doing? Today is day 21 out of 75 hard. A little change of pace. So for today's quote, it is "Control your own destiny or someone else will" by Jack Welch. This is a pretty simple quote. For me, it's like if you don't control your path, someone else will. And honestly, you have one life. You should be controlling your life. Live your life. Live your fullest. That's the way I interpret the quote. Let me know in the comments. So for today's reading, went and finished all the rules or amendments. So rule number 2 is observing in context is key to understanding normal nonverbal behavior. So you have to understand like what the situation is, so you can get a feel for the nonverbal behaviors. Rule 3: learn to recognize and decode nonverbal behaviors that are universal. So, for instance, like he says, like putting your lips like that as a manner to show that something is wrong or troubled. And actually, when I read this, I saw someone like going the wrong way in the street, and I later did that. I was like, wow, like, just a universal sign. Rule number 4: learn to recognize and decode idiosyncratic nonverbal behaviors. This is like the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. Also, like that rule is like more like, yes, there's universal signs, but also people have their own tics and like how they behave. So it's like learning the uniqueness from it. 5 is when you interact with others, try to establish their baseline behaviors. So this is like what's their norm. For 6, always try to watch people for multiple tells, behaviors that occur in clusters or in succession. So just seeing their multiple behaviors. For 7, it's important to look for changes in a person's behavior that can signal changes in thoughts, emotions, interests, or intent. So this is like, how does someone react to bad news or good news? Like, or in stressful situations, like they might scratch their head, bite their nails. It's just, what do they do when there's a change in their settings? For 8, learning to detect false or misleading nonverbal signals is also critical. That's something he's explained later in the chapters. Knowing how to distinguish between comfort and discomfort will help you to focus on the most important behaviors for decoding nonverbal communications. So just learning comfort behavior and discomfort behavior, which is like relaxation is comfort, discomfort is just stress or anxiety or tension. Which is a crazy thing that he has a story for himself that he was noticing someone, their eyes looking at the cash register, their nose flaring, they're like very like twitchy, and he screamed out to the cashier like, hey, like he's about to rob you, like watch out. And then the cashier grabbed the robber, and he didn't steal any money. And actually, the cashier was his father, so he was helping his dad's business. And number 10, when observing others, be subtle about it. So don't make it obvious when you're people watching, basically. And it talks about too, like how important nonverbal behaviors are, where a cop saw like 2 men like pacing back and forth from the store and like casing it out, and then telling a third guy, and then the cop frisked them, found the weapon, and then arrested them. And it actually later became Terry versus Ohio for 1968. So like it's a Supreme Court decision of actually using behavior to what do they say, for like legal recognition. But yeah, for today, since this is week, I would say, man, mentally great, physically just sore, but honestly, like seeing a lot of improvements, and like honestly, great week. I'm just trying to help myself mentally to evolve and physically, man, just doing great workouts, and it was actually a great weekend. Can't wait for week number what, 4. Yeah, week 4, my fault. Or show, but yeah, just loving the process. I know for myself what I try to do is try to ground myself to this present moment, because yes, I want to get where I'm doing tricks, making money, finishing school, doing bigger and better things, but in due time. Just right now, just gotta seize these 24 hours to help my future. But yeah, I hope everything is going great with you guys, and wish you nothing but the best, and to become the best version of yourself.